Oh my God, सोचा तो था लेकिन एक्चुअली ऐसा हो गया है, विश्वास नहीं हो रहा है।
I just went up to Bosco and I hugged him. उन्होंने कह दिया कि दूसरे माले से कूदना है, हम कूद जाते थे।
The first shot of my trailer is the shot that we actually broke the set.
इन लोगों का जो डांसिंग लेवल है वो मुझसे बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा है। They have this spirit कि जो बोला है वो करके दिखाएंगे।
3 साल गुजारे एक दूसरे के साथ, उठना बैठना खाना पीना।
Now I feel कि यार बच्चों के साथ फिल्म बनानी चाहिए।
Can I just come to the studio and if your assistant's free, can I just dance while people are working from home because their job allows them to do that? Our job doesn't allow us to do that.
Hi guys, I'm Aditya Seal.
Hi, I'm Bosco.
Hi, I'm Nikita Dutta and you're watching all of us on Tellychakkar.
गाइस आप तीनों का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है टेलीचक्कर में। आई वुड से रॉकेट गैंग एक्साइटमेंट तो हमें दिख ही रही है आप तीनों के ऊपर, बट क्या बताना चाहेंगे व्हाट टू एक्सपेक्ट आउट ऑफ रॉकेट गैंग?
Lot of fun, lot of entertainment, lot of masti, some tears, lot of family bonding. I think this is the time when you can bond with your family, when you know there are certain messages in this film, there are certain moments यहाँ पर है जहाँ पर आप as a family जब आप आओगे फिल्म देखने, suddenly आप एक दूसरे की value महसूस कर पाओगे. There are certain things that happen in the film.
I think with this film we are trying to get the experience of cinema back because if you see over the last 2 years we've forgotten. बहुत सारे लोग थिएटर्स नहीं जा रहे हैं, जो फिल्में आ रही हैं दे आर स्लाइटली नॉट चिल्ड्रंस फ्रेंडली, द फैमिलीज कांट गो ऑल टुगेदर टू वॉच इट. So the one thing that we are trying is that the family as a whole with their children can go without any fear कि शायद बच्चों को ये चीज़ देखनी चाहिए नहीं देखनी चाहिए. They can make that day out of it. You know the cinema experience that we talk about. आप जाए पॉपकॉर्न खरीदिए अपने बच्चों के लिए. You know you buy chips, you buy all that. You watch the film, you come out smiling and happy. That's what we are trying to attempt with this.
And what you expect is a lot of paisa vasool.
Yeah, पैसा वसूल.
आप लोगों को जब कहानी सुनने को मिली थी, now that you're done with the shooting, what was your takeaway and what was your expectation?
I'll tell you, when I first time heard this, for me, I was imagining it when it was being narrated to me, and I was very lucky because I got my first narration from him with the writers. Basically, everybody was present. So everyone has together told me whatever they were trying to put together. And जब मैं वो सब visually imagine कर रही थी, I was very excited. That's the reason why I said yes to it, apart from 100 other reasons. And अभी जब film has all come together after 3 years, उसको देख के एक तो बहुत अच्छी फीलिंग आ रही है और ये भी लग रहा है कि ओ माय गॉड सोचा तो था लेकिन एक्चुअली ऐसा हो गया है, विश्वास नहीं हो रहा है.
मेरी एक्सपेक्टेशन वाज 100, बट जब मैंने फिल्म देखी it has gone up to 150 because what he has been able to pull off is forget all जो हमारी problems हुई पैंडेमिक में शूट किया ये वो सारी चीज़ें aside, वो एज एन ऑडियंस आपको नहीं फ़र्क पड़ता एज एन ऑडियंस, बट जो एक्सपेक्टेशन मेरी थी 100 इट्स एक्चुअली कम आउट टू 150. जब मैंने फिल्म देखी मैं बाहर निकला तो मैं बहुत खुश था. And I just went up to Bosco and I hugged him and I said कि what you have done is beyond what I could have comprehended.
Well, on that note, I would love to know because you know बच्चों को संभालना बहुत ही आसान काम बिल्कुल नहीं है. But then how was all three of yours experience? Because एक नहीं multiple बच्चों को संभाला जा रहा था आप लोगों के पास. So कैसा था experience उनके साथ आप लोगों का?
उनकी जो understanding है, उनका जो grasping power है, एक तो outstanding बच्चे हैं जो who could dance. Now we wanted them to act. And जो dancing की commitment होती है, I'm sure there's a lot when you want to learn something. Dancing has its own advantages that you know physically you have to go through it. But acting, I think it's just a process of mentally how you want to prepare yourself. And these kids were so mature that they gave me. It was just a great experience, and I never feel that. Now I feel कि यार बच्चों के साथ फिल्म बनानी चाहिए because the kind of commitment and the kind of energy that they bring on set is unbelievable. They just lift you up.
What I even realized, I was a third person in this, is I also come from a martial arts background. तो जब हमारे कोच हमें कहते थे कि ये चीज़ करनी है, उन्होंने कह दिया कि दूसरे माले से कूदना है, हम कूद जाते थे. उसमें कोई second thought नहीं था. Reason being that I know what my coach, my trainer is saying is absolutely correct. He needs something and we have to deliver. ये बच्चे इनके साथ काम करना आसान इसलिए था because for so many years that they have been dancing, उनके एक कोच हैं जो उन्हें कहते हैं कि इस तरीके से ये स्टेप करना है, नहीं ये करना है, वो करना है, एंड वो बिना सोचे समझे they just go for it, which is what they did in the film as well. यहाँ पे हमारे कोच, हमारे ट्रेनर हैं बॉस्को सर. तो अगर बॉस्को सर ने बोल दिया कि मुझे ये चीज़ तुम लोगों से चाहिए, सब कुछ कान वान आँख नाक सब बंद करके they are just focusing on what needs to be delivered. जब हम अपने कोच से ऑर्डर्स लेते थे, हमें ये चीज़ समझ में नहीं आती थी कि हम जो वो बोलेंगे हम वो करने को तैयार है. बट व्हेन आई सॉ देम इज व्हेन आई रियलाइज आई वेंट बैक टू माय डेज कि ओह जब हमारे सर कहते थे कि ये करना है, इट्स व्हाई इवन दीज किड्स आर डूइंग द सेम थिंग. एंड इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू हैव, आपके टीचर्स तो होती हैं एक ऐसे टीचर, एक पर्सनल टीचर जो जिसे आप रिस्पेक्ट करते हैं, जिसे आप फॉलो करते हैं, वो होना भी एक बच्चे के लाइफ में ज़रूरी है. इज व्हाट आई फील.
मेरे लिए आई थिंक दीज चिल्ड्रन हैव बीन दोज को-एक्टर्स हु हैव लर्नड अ लॉट फ्रॉम, क्योंकि वन, इन लोग का जो डांसिंग लेवल है वो मुझसे बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा है. दूसरा, मैंने जिस तरह से इन बच्चों को इस पूरी फिल्म में काम करते देखा है while we were shooting or we were rehearsing or we were doing workshops, it is commendable. It's commendable beyond words because इतने मेहनती बच्चे हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा determined हैं. They have this spirit कि जो बोला है वो करके दिखाएंगे. If you tell them something impossible also, no, if you know a lot of these kids, even though they are dancers, इनमें से किसी को flip नहीं करनी आती थी, किसी को cartwheel नहीं करनी आती थी. I have seen them learn it and I've seen them fall, get hurt. Still they have come back and they've done it. And somewhere I feel as adults we have a lot of things, inhibitions in our head जो हम ये नहीं कर सकते लेकिन ये बच्चे करते हैं. इस पूरी फिल्म के दौरान I've at least learned a lot from these children. And if you talk about being disciplined, these children were way more disciplined than all of us put together.
If I'm not wrong, I remember you and I talking that you loved dancing and you would want to do a lot many other films जहाँ पे आपको डांस का मौका मिले. So I think Bosco sir, you can actually come up with something really great because बच्चों को ये प्यार करते हैं दोनों. She wants to dance a lot and I think
That's the idea for Rocket Gang Part 2. We're kind of putting it in कि घुस जाए दिमाग में. The day the film comes out, he can already start thinking of Part 2.
But then how was the last day? कुछ ऐसी fun memory है आपके पास जो last day की थी?
Fun, it was a lot of fun, definitely last day, but it was an emotional day for everybody because हमने
We were shooting
3
नाचो के तो
साल,
बच्चों के आए.
हाँ, हमने 3 साल गुजारे एक दूसरे के साथ, उठना बैठना खाना पीना, बिकॉज हमारी जो जर्नी शुरू हुई थी वो ट्रेनिंग रिहर्सल से शुरू हुई थी. तो हम दिन रात सुबह से रात तक हम सब साथ में होते थे. एंड देन सडनली टू फील दिस void कि you know what, I may not see you tomorrow, of course I'll see you during promotions, और हमारी दोस्ती हो गई है हमारी, तो we're gonna be friends for life, but मैं कल तुमको नहीं मिलने वाला हूँ, मैं शायद परसों भी ना मिलूँ. तो it just became a little emotional moment for everybody.
Somewhere all of us were physically and mentally very exhausted. So it had become more like machine work because ये था कि time limit थी, there were lots of logistical issues, we had to finish the shoot, already इतना delay हो चुका था. So when the shoot actually got over, the first 2-3 days felt like a relief because you were like okay fine, we can relax and all. लेकिन उसके बाद एटलीस्ट ये मेरे साथ हुआ है, आई हैड सम नेक्स्ट लेवल ऑफ फोमो बिकॉज आई वाज लाइक व्हाई एम आई नॉट डांसिंग. You know, you were dancing for so long, it stopped, you've rested, now you're just like, okay, maybe we should start dancing again. A couple of times I've actually reached out to him saying that, can I just come to the studio and if your assistant's free, can I just dance? And he's always told me, please come. But that's the feeling we've been through. Like dancing has just like become a part of our lives.
And I just want to add one more thing कि हमने ये फिल्म पैंडेमिक के दौरान हमने ये शूट की है, तो हमारे लिए ये शूट वॉज प्लेस जहाँ पे हम जो दुनिया में हो रहा है वहाँ से कट ऑफ करके ऐसे एनवायरनमेंट में है जहाँ पे हम हंस रहे हैं, खेल रहे हैं, कूद रहे हैं, दोस्तों के आसपास है. तो हमारे लिए वो एक
अच्छा getaway.
It was a beautiful getaway for all of us कि चलो सब घर के अंदर बैठे हुए हैं, यहाँ पे हमें आके मौका मिल रहा है कि हम नाचे गाए, बच्चों के साथ खेले, ये वो सब. It was a beautiful getaway. So that void जो जिसकी मैं बात कर रहा था, it was felt a lot more after we finished the film.
I think it's somewhere, it has its pros and cons. If I talk about the benefit, while people are working from home because their job allows them to do that, our job doesn't allow us to do that. It was also a privilege कि we have the opportunity, in spite of it being a lockdown, that we are out there with people interacting, getting to shoot, have human interaction.
But then उसी में I think Bosco sir आपसे जानूंगी because as you guys have mentioned it so many times, 3 साल लगा इसको complete होने में and unfortunately lockdown के बीच में था, तो you know that tension is always there कि अगर नहीं हुआ, complete नहीं हुआ, and न्यूज़ बाहर थी तो सब लोग पूछ रहे हैं, fans are asking you all. So how did you guys keep yourself motivated कि no, this will finish, this will go on, like you know, how did you guys
entirely
keep yourself motivated, I would say.
I remember we had put up a massive set and we were supposed to shoot March 2020, and then 16th we realized there's something called COVID-19 which has come and it's going to put a break on your plans. And then it's like अच्छा चलो, everybody thought कि चलो एक हफ्ते में 10 दिन में ठीक हो जाएगा, and that went on for a month. Then it went on for another month, and then I was like, am I jinxed or what is it that is the problem? And then the set had to be broken. I was like, okay, chalo, let's break the set. And I also realized that if I break or if I kind of not stand up for what I want to do, then I don't think so I can do. People around me will also feel, okay, he's also not very sure whether this is going to happen. So we started talking about it. We started chatting, we started playing games, and we started bonding in a specific. Everybody started knowing each other, and it was troubled times. Like I would look forward to calling them, and it was a special moment. Like everybody was okay because now you're seeing people. We went through a phase of avoiding people, and then I started reading some dialogues. They were reading something, and I was giving them a short list of how I'm going to cover. All these things happen in my life. The first shot of my trailer is the shot that we actually broke the set. So that shot was a matchbox, as in the set that we had was a really small, and just imagine what God had planned. He gave me a set which looked like Disney Hollywood film. That is what it is. I think that God has and had a plan for me, and here we are. आओ भर भर के आओ फैमिली बच्चे बूढ़े सबको लेकर आओ प्लीज़ एंजॉय दिस फिल्म इज़ अ फैमिली एंटरटेनर जस्ट यू डू नॉट नीड टू शट एनीबडीज आइज लुक एट इट द वे वी मेड इट इट्स मेड बाय with a lot of heart, with a lot of soul, and with a lot of subtle messages that are there. So come and enjoy Rocket Gang.
And it's a film for kids, so please get your kids. They will have a gala of a time. The film is out around Children's Day, so parents, this would be the best gift that you could give your children in a while, because बच्चे भी पैंडेमिक के टाइम पे घर में बैठे हैं, जो उनका टाइम है बाहर निकल के दोस्तों के साथ खेलना, ये वो बेचारे घर पे बैठे हुए थे. This would be a perfect time for you to take your kids and your kids' friends for the film and let them bond and have a great time.
Full enjoy.
Yeah, like this is
Full
our little way
enjoy.
of giving you all something on Children's Day. So please utilize it. And the one thing we can promise you is you're going to walk out with a smile and have a lot of fun while watching it.
Well, what next after?
Rocket Gang 2, 3 and 4.
Yeah. We've already figured out the sequels.
Yeah.
Adi and I are just trying to get ourselves cast in it. We are working on that currently.
मेरे को कॉन्ट्रैक्ट भी मिल गया, मैं हूँ
मिल गया? हाँ, soft corner, no, first preference there, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hi guys, I'm Aditya Seal.
Hi, I'm Bosco.
Hi, I'm Nikita Dutta and you're watching all of us on Tellychakkar.
Tellychakkar.
Know all about the Telly world by subscribing to Tellychakkar's YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated to our new videos.